this module is called, or feature is called the Lombiq Hosting Tenants Environment Robots. This is if we host sites, for example, on staging, we usually want to prevent search bots from indexing the non-production environment. And if we enable this feature, it will do that. So it will prevent search bots from indexing the site. It's already turned on, and I will just show you how it works. It adds a meta tag. So here's the meta tag: content, no index, no follow, and it also adds a response header. Here. And basically, this is what it does. It's pretty simple. It uses a middleware for the response header, and it uses a filter for the meta tag. And it's configurable, so by default, it's nullable. The value is nullable in the configuration because by default it uses this built-in function is production, but this value is correct for local development and in production. But for example, in staging, this value is also true. So, but for staging, we don't want to index the site, so we have to provide the costume configuration, and we can do that by adding this configuration here in the app settings, or I believe in Azure Portal we can add this setting too. Of course, with the value false, so staging sites won't be indexed. And basically that's it. I think it's a simple module, and it's very useful for staging or other non-production sites where we want to prevent the search bots from indexing the site.
Shouldn't that be part of settings in Orchard, though?
I don't know, maybe.
Do we have a
Sebastian, what do you
robots
think?
module already? Do we have something with robots?
I think we have a web. We have sitemaps, and also we have SEO, and then we have site settings. So I think this should be part of a site settings, like the default site settings.
What I would have suggested is, instead of having a configuration named is production that will drive what's the content, have something that drives the content, because is production can mean many things. Yes, it's production, but you could use that to drive many more things than Robots.txt. So would you just say is production 10 times if 10 things are impacted by is production? I'm not sure. What I would have suggested here is something like generate no index, true, false. Okay.
I see.
And then you can go a step further, which is, as Mike suggested, in the settings, maybe it should be integrated also in the UI. So yeah, it's good to have it in the site settings, because you can define an environment variable, right? So in your production site, you know you would never be, you would always override what's in the site settings using a configuration. So I like it, but yeah, the fact that you call it is production and that drives the robots, it's weird.
I see. I will note this.
And maybe you would actually want to change the content directly, like what's the meta name you want to add, and default to what you think should be there, like robots, content, no index, no follow. And then people could just say, oh, but I want also this one or that or that. So it will not be then hard-coded.
Or so just put a what do you call it, settings that say allow indexing, right? Because if you have an environment, a setting environment, you can just put that false in the app settings, and then if you're in production, it will be on by default.
I'm also wondering how it behaves if something else is adding. So this, oh, that's good because it's using resource manager. So it's adding that as a meta entry. I don't know how this API behaves if you have two of them providing some content. Will they merge? Probably. Maybe it will merge automatically. This way, like you might have multiple modules providing a meta entry for robots. And then maybe it will merge automatically. So maybe that's good. I'd like to know. I don't remember. But yeah, maybe the content should be in the configuration. And it should be the default value. So if people don't want to change what you're suggesting, which is no index, no follow, then they don't have to change it because they don't know what to type. But if they want to change it, then they can, because it's just configuration instead of having to disable the module and build their own module. Because I assume maybe you want more than that or something different, or maybe you just want no index but not no follow. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
But yeah, it needs to be like you did. It needs to be able to set it full configuration, because when you have a staging machine, maybe you want to set the environment variable, and then this will be driven like that. So the environment variable could contain the content here. Okay. Yep. That's good. I should add the need somewhere somehow, because people who are full indexing your staging websites. That's good. Okay, good. Thank you.